Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of our NASCAR iRacing My Driver career mode here on the channel. It is off-season time here before we make the move into the Cup Series. A lot of news coming your way today with driver moves. Where have I signed? We're about to find that out here in a few seconds. A new format, new schedules, and everything. A lot of stuff to unpack here in just 8 or so minutes here as we jump through to the Trackhouse Racing headquarters. Yes, we have signed with Trackhouse Racing here to be alongside Daniel Suarez here at Trackhouse Racing. Jay Cook unfortunately got the ride at Colleague over us, but very luckily Trackhouse actually has expanded to a 2-car team, and now I will be driving the number 1 NZXT Chevrolet Camaro alongside Daniel Suarez. Your contract details: a $2 million deal for 1 season, freedom to run other series like IndyCar and some other road series going back to my roots, as well as we have been hired as NASCAR's international ambassador, and that's going to play a big role in this season when you see what is coming here in a few moments time. Now as we jump through into winter off-season testing here. Now you guys know Next Gen was delayed by over a season due to the pandemic, so we're still running Gen 6 cars. Pandemic still in effect, so there's still of course measures going on throughout this upcoming season, but here's some roster moves coming into this season. Jay Cook of course got the number 31 Colleague Racing ride over us, so Colleague has expanded to a 2-car team with Haley behind the wheel of the number 16 and then Cook behind the wheel of the Colleague at number 31. We were teammates with Cook at Colleague in the Xfinity series, and then Michael Cozy Jr., he has actually kept Starcom Racing alive. He's going to race for that team in the number 98 car. Brandon Jones goes to a second 2311 car, and he will drive the number 96 Toyota Camry. And then Ty Gibbs has come in, and now he will drive a third 2311 car in the number 45. So instead of Kurt Busch, it's Ty Gibbs. So some of these 2022 real-life roster moves will come into effect in the following season when hopefully we have next-gen AI. So Brad Keselowski, he's still at Penske, but will move to RFK in probably the following season. Kurt Busch will go to 2311, as well as GMS will come into effect in these new teams IRL once we get next-gen AI. Harrison Burton, the Xfinity champion, he goes to Wood Brothers Racing in the 21, just like real life actually. Sheldon Creed goes to a now third Richard Childress Racing car. He will drive the number 13. Austin Cindric to a fourth Penske car in the number 33, and myself to that number 1 at Trackhouse car. So a lot of teams expanding this season. We got new teams on the way, maybe some new manufacturers here when next gen comes into effect, and overall just a lot of exciting things. Let me know what driver move you like the most here, as I will be showing those paint schemes here in the future when we get into the first episode of the season. You'll see what Cozy's running. I might even live stream myself making some of the paint schemes actually, so stay tuned on that. Now as Atlanta testing went well, you saw me get a little bit out of shape right there, but here we are looking at the future schedule of this series. We have a very big opportunity for the NASCAR Cup Series to expand with 4 international events on the schedule across 24 races is what the schedule is going to be. We go to Spa, we go as well to Imola here for the Italian GP, and myself as the ambassador for the international section of NASCAR has been getting these tracks on the schedule. We got Hockenheim in Germany, as well as we're headed to Brazil for Sao Paulo here for the GP where F1 races at. So, and we actually had an off-season event where I got to take my Cup Series Trackhouse car to Sao Paulo in front of the Brazilian crowd and make some laps here in a Generation 6 Cup car. So let's dive into now what the schedule is looking like. We also have a brand new points format we'll dive into, but here's some of the main schedule points. So the Clash will be at the Las Vegas Ball Ring where anybody is eligible. The All-Star races to be determined. Let me know what you would like to see for international races in a 24-race season, and here is the schedule right here. We start, of course, with the Daytona 500, then we head to Auto Club Atlanta, have our first international race at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, and then we will head to Dover, Kansas, New Hampshire Road Course, Long Beach Street Circuit, the first street circuit here for NASCAR, Martinsville, Michigan, Phoenix, Watkins Glen, Las Vegas, and then Iowa. And then we have some more curveballs here in the last 10 races of the season here, as you're going to see now. iRacing Super Speedway, yes, that is on the schedule. Hockenheim, Bristol, Charlotte Oval for the Coca-Cola 600, then the Charlotte Roval the following week. Then we head once again international with Imola here for the Italian GP, Richmond, Gateway or Worldwide Technology Raceway. Then we head into once again another international, the fourth and final one of the season in Sao Paulo. We finished the season off at Homestead, Miami, which I think is the perfect oval to do that. Now, there's a brand new format with this 24 race season here. Usually 36 you guys used to, but now just 24 races. And here is what the format deal is. So we're running a Formula 1 style format, 40 points awarded, but only the top 25 drivers in these races score points, and sprint races added for all road races. So 8 road races will have sprint races beforehand. There's a format for that, which we'll dive into. And here is what it looks like. So first place gets 40 points. Second place gets 35 points. Third place gets 32. You see, so on down the rest of the order. Maybe pause the video to take a look at it. But 25th place gets 1 point and just increases and increases until first place, which eventually gets 40 points. So the oval format kind of remains similar to the old NASCAR style. 3 stages for oval. Stage 1 and 2, winner earns 5 points. Nobody else gets anything. So if you don't win the stage, you get nothing. But if you win stage 1 and 2, you earn 5 extra points for your season. And then the sprint races for road courses have 15 points across the top 10 finishers. So 10th place gets 1 point, and it goes so on all the way up to second, that gets 9 points, and then the sprint winner gets 15 points. I should also note that at road courses only, the fastest lap time will get an extra point as well. And it might sound a little bit complicated, but it's actually really straightforward. And I'm going to spend the whole season cranking it out to you guys what the situation is, what the points, how it works, etc. And you guys will get up to swing pretty quick with the thing here, with the points format. So it's really not that hard at the end of the day to kind of know what's going on here. So that's really the whole gist of it here for the Cup Series changes, with the roster changes, with the format changes for points. The ovals and road courses, they work a little bit differently. We have 8 road courses and 24 races, obviously the rest being ovals. After that, it's going to be very, very exciting. A lot of exciting things to be looking forward to here in this season, and it's going to be a scrap here. Now, there's some teams that have increased their relationships. We have a bit of an increased relationship with Trackhouse, with Hendrick Motorsports, and so does Rick Ware Racing, where David Schildhouse is racing on. So we might see David Schildhouse become a legitimate competitor as well with the rest of the Rick Ware Racing team. So stay tuned on that. But that's really all I have here now. You might want to go rewatch the format that I was talking about, just to make sure you kind of have the idea of things and whatnot, just so you know what's going on. But like I said, we're going to spend the whole season, 24 races, working out how that works. And no playoffs, obviously, thank God, those are gone. We aren't going to be running any gimmicks here in this series. It's just straight up racing, and whoever's in the lead at the end of the season wins the championship, with no playoffs thrown into the mix. So very exciting times ahead here now. And speaking of exciting times, we had a bit of a crash here right at the end of our Sao Paulo practice here in front of the Brazilian crowd. Hopefully we don't do that when we actually come here into the penultimate race of the season. But that wrapped it up. That wraps up the off-season episode. That wrapped up our trip to Brazil, as NASCAR is now international ambassador, as we work hard with NASCAR and other countries to try and bring the Cup Series to international races. But that does it for me. A very quick episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. You know what to do if you did, and I'll see you guys at the start of next season. Have a great day, everybody.